I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Kara Babinski, WBZ News Radio 1030.
Good evening and good morning and welcome to the Steve LeVeille broadcast from WBZ in Boston. Broadcasting live tonight from the rocky coast of Maine. Mark Lavallo at the controls. 617-254. 617. Wait a minute. 617. Oh boy, I don't think I remember. Hey, Jen, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, Steve.
I'm really sorry to let you down. I don't remember how to do this. I'm just way too retired. I think you're going to have to do it.
Hey, you know what, Steve? Don't worry, friend. I got you covered.
This is the Jen Brien Show.
If you disagree with me, we can have a healthy debate about why you disagree with me or why I'm wrong.
Boston's only local all-night talk show.
As a student of life, I have always tried to understand people's actions, people's intent.
Right here on WBZ News Radio 1030.
1208 at WBZ News Radio 1030, 68 degrees out there. As a student of life, I've always tried to understand the mind, the madness of Steve LeVeille, and it's a sheer impossibility. It just is never going to happen. So perhaps he could shed some insight into his mind. Now, Steve, I know that I have a tall order to fill here in this seat that certainly belongs to you, and like I said, I'm just keeping it warm, but... I'm a little shocked.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me stop you right there. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
You said to me when we were Facebooking each other earlier today that it's your show. We'll do it any way you want. I want to correct you right there. It's Larry Glick's show. Always remember that. Larry got it started back in the 1960s, and because of him, there was later Bob Rowley, there was later me, and now there's you. You lucky person. What a great heritage on a great radio station on that shift to be sitting there in that spot. When I was 14 years old, that's the job I wanted to have, to be sitting there, to be Larry Glick, basically. And now you get to do that. Pretty cool.
It is very cool. And you know what, though? See, the thing is, every time I use Newman's dressing, though, I think of you. It doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing or what I'm cooking or eating a tomato or shopping. You're with me always, Steve. And I have to tell you, I'm really excited that you could come on and come out of retirement for us all tonight. It's really nice to talk to you. And
well,
again,
I turn everybody down. You know, this is only the second radio thing I've done since I retired. I did a morning show up here last September with my buddy Teddy McKay, and I haven't said yes to anybody else. But I want to make this clear: the only reason I said yes to you is so that Pete Legassi would have to drive me all the way to Maine to bring me coffee. Otherwise, you should be here any minute now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Well, honestly, Steve, I'm really grateful. And I look at this job. I don't, I always think about the audience and I try to do what it is that they want. And I'm still figuring them out. This is a quirky bunch. You know that they're very eclectic. They're very loyal. So you have any tips for me? Because I really, sometimes I stumble and I'm not really sure how to get back up.
Well, you know something? I was listening to you last night because I got the news yesterday before anybody else did because I still have my sources,
Of course.
And so last night I tuned in to listen to the 1 o'clock hour, and to be quite honest, and don't take offense, this has nothing to do with you. This is all about me. I haven't listened to any talk radio at all since I retired, so I had not heard you. So I listened after the 1 o'clock news, and I listened to one segment, and I shut the radio off because I was satisfied. I said, oh, yeah, she can do that. So you're all set. You don't need any advice from me. You're all set.
Steve, I tell you, I was waiting for that answer, and I was ready to throw up. I cannot lie. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, what is he got? Steve, honestly, I want you to know that, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I know what you just said about Larry Glick, but seeing how you were the last guy in and you were here for a long time, This is your seat whenever you want to call, if you ever do, about anything at all. Bigfoot sighting, Nellie's up there, retirement. You just call, and I mean, it doesn't matter what we're doing. It's just in fact, we're going to set up like the bat phone, and it's just going to be a red phone for Steve LeVeille in case he calls. That's it.
You know, when we were talking before the show by Facebook, this is the first time we've never met. This is the first time we've actually talked to each other back and forth. But on Facebook, and you said you want to call us or should we call you? And I said such and such a phone number, meaning I would call this number in the control room. And I thought to myself, my God, will I be glad when I can't remember that number anymore?
How are things, by the way? Are you enjoying life?
Oh my gosh! I highly recommend this retirement thing. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I will see that. This is the problem. Up until this point, I've had nothing to retire from. So, I mean, you know, this could be very interesting. This is a whole new journey for me. And Steve, I'm very grateful that you could come on tonight. And I hope the listeners are pleased. Of course, I'm sure that they are. And I mean, if you know anything that you want to tell them, because we have to, as you know, we have to take breaks soon. And I hate to let you go. I hate to do that. I hate to say, Steve, I gotta go.
I'm not getting paid for this,
that's dreadful.
So that's okay.
No, but I'll buy you a beer. I told you I'm going to come up to wherever my sister is.
All right, you owe me a beer. You go.
I'm totally going to buy you a beer. Absolutely.
Mark LeVeille can tell you I can be bought off for a beer. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've heard that.
I don't know. I don't have any advice or message or anything. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Max says hi. Max is right here with me.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he would come over to me as soon as I started talking on the phone. Diane is doing great. I'm doing great. Max is doing great. It's wonderful to live at the beach. I spend a lot of time writing and working on my hobbies, and and Diane is working. She got a job in Portland that she really loves, writing and editing. And so, and I can do whatever I want. It's a scam. It's great.
Hey, I got to ask you, because somebody told me this. They said, you know, this guy's a legend. He did an entire show. Is this true? Did you do an entire show about mustard? I know someone said that. What kind of mustard? Dijon, French?
No, I might have. I absolutely remember doing a show about mustard, and whether it went the whole 5 hours on mustard, I can't recall. But yeah, there's a museum. There's a mustard museum in like Wisconsin or Michigan or something. And I found out about that, and I happen to love mustard. So I turned that into a whole show. We tried to get the guy from the museum. I can't even remember now if we got him or not, because well, I probably should. I was going to say guests are really not important, but you have a guest standing by, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know where he is. He was supposed to come in. I had him lined up. I have no idea where he is. Oh, he's here.
Oh,
okay.
Great. So now I got to do overtime, right?
Just a little bit. But you know what? Forget the beer, because now that I know you absolutely love mustard, I'm going to find your address and I'm going to send you a case of mustard. I am.
Okay.
I'm totally going to send you a case of mustard. And Steve, also, I want everybody to know, and I was really surprised and truly grateful for this as well. You wrote a really nice message on my Facebook page today. I thought that was incredibly considerate, very classy. I was so nervous. Had I known that you were listening last night, forget it. I had my adult diaper on as it was. I was so nervous last night, which is crazy because I've been doing this for quite a while. But it's different when it finally becomes something that you have your name on. And I just, I'm so glad I didn't know you were listening. Oh my God, that would have been hideous. Hideous, Steve.
Well, you know, I would have, obviously, you're a professional. I would have no idea that you know, I always would get nervous after things. I don't generally get nervous, but when people say you're nervous, you know, just before you're supposed to do something. If I ever did get nervous, it would be when it was over. Now that's bizarre.
It is. No, that is very bizarre. That's very bizarre. Steve LeVeille, thank you so much for coming on and just kind of passing the torch. Yes, sir.
Legassi is pulling into my driveway right now. He's got the coffee.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Good night, Mark.
Look for that queso mustard. All right, Steve LeVeille, thank you so much. I mean, how cool is that? All right, quick break, folks. That's a nice way to kick off the show on a Thursday morning. Moments with Mom. Hey, we had to bump her. We bump everybody for Steve LeVeille. That's the way it's always going to be. Don't go anywhere. This is WBZ.
You are listening to the Jen Brien Show on WBZ News Radio 1030.